What's your current view on global and regional growth? Which regions are you most optimistic or concerned about? And are there any specific sectors or industries that you concentrate on?
So yeah, I guess obviously global growth is a bit challenged by the high interest rate environment that has dominated the last year and this year as well, and obviously by the pace of that rate hikes. Usually monetary policy operate with a lag, so we are yet to see the full impact of the sharp and massive rate hikes that we have seen from developed economies last year. Obviously, the health of the Chinese economy is a bit of a concern, given the slowing growth that we see there and the limited capacity of the government to stimulate the economy. So obviously there are a number of challenges. Geopolitics obviously have not been of great help to the health of the global economy as well. The conflict in the Middle East and the disruptions that it created in the one of the main trading routes of the world as well has been an additional challenge as well. So it's a bit of a challenging environment. Lots of moving parts, and for sure we do expect growth to be on a slowing trend, which at the end of the day is opening all that talk and prospects of actually central banks moving very quickly, even now to considering and even starting with cutting rates.
What do you expect the interest rates environment to look like, especially in geographical areas that you concentrate on?
So, the key driver obviously is what happens on the developed economies side. So we've already seen the ECB, starting its easing cycle. We do expect the Fed to commence its own easing cycle as well, starting December. And obviously when the global, the more developed markets ease, the rest of the world follows. And I guess this is obviously good news for emerging markets in general. It's very direct impact obviously in the Gulf economies who have pegged the currency. So obviously they mirror image what the Fed does. So we do expect rates to start falling in the Gulf region, and that comes with an immediate impact because they match those cuts almost on the same day. I guess for countries outside of the Gulf, more classic emerging markets, obviously we do expect that to follow, maybe a bit with a lag until their whole inflation and currency issues normalize. But in general, that's more on the positive side for the EMs.
What are some key opportunities that need to be pursued?
So, obviously particularly in the region, I guess we're looking at the growth stories in the region and, the reform stories that we see. This is a big, theme of growth. We see a lot of reforms happening in the UAE, obviously a lot of reforms also happening in Saudi with Vision 2030. So there is a big theme on the property sector, especially with the expected drop in the interest rates. That's very material for that sector, and especially on the mortgage demand by retail clients. Another topic obviously is the decarbonization for the Gulf countries. Obviously a lot of investments that are being done there. So in general, we're looking for reform stories that are dominating the region and the opportunities they create.
What are some long-term macroeconomy trends, and what will their direction in the next few years be?
So I think in the region, as I said, there can be a little bit of a to some extent a bit of decoupling from global trends. Governments here have the capacity to spend. Now lower rates will also increase their capacity and obviously reduce their cost to borrow as well. So there's a bit more fuel for them to while maybe global growth will slow down, the region can maintain healthy and decent growth levels. As I said, given low rates, access to finance, government's willingness to spend, the reform stories. So that definitely can give a bit of a drive to be a little bit counter-cyclical, when it comes to the global growth cycle, which we do expect to definitely be on a slowing trend.
What are some key opportunities you'd be pursuing in the GCC region?
So I think, as I said, there's a very big play on the energy side. The decarbonization is a big story that countries are taking very seriously. Lots of investment there. Obviously, the the key notions of the Vision 2030 is obviously a very big driver of growth and opportunities in the country, in Saudi itself primarily. So yeah, I mean, it's construction, good opportunities there. The financial sector, lots of development there as well. Real estate now, given obviously the influx of foreign labor and obviously the creation of new employment in Saudi, there's a lot of need for new houses to accommodate that demand, and we're seeing actually the beginning of some decent foreign investment that also starting to influx there. So yeah, there are a number of opportunities definitely out there.